Hello, grade 6, teacher Giovanni here. And in this video, we're going to talk more about percentage. We are now in lesson 4.1. This lesson is all about percentage change. As you can see on the screen, it says part 1 because I've decided to divide this lesson into two parts since this lesson is more on solving word problems. After watching this video, you are expected to be able to find the original or final quantity given the percentage change. So before I proceed, what do you mean by percentage change? It's a term that you have to understand before you can proceed to solving word problems about percentage change. When we say percentage change, we're talking about the increase or decrease. Percentage increase or percentage decrease. If you're familiar with markup or discount, that's what I'm talking about. So let's start with a review. Let's recall. Recall that percent means per 100 or per 100. You have to understand the word percent. It's per 100. For example, if I have 25%, that is the same as 25 per 100 or 25 over 100. And since 25 over 100 can still be simplified, then we have to simplify it further. 25 and 100 are both divisible by 25. So we can divide the numerator by 25 and divide the denominator by 25 also. So we get 1 over 4. In other words, 25% is just 1/4. Another thing that you need to remember is you have to take note that 100% represents the total. If we're going to talk about total, it is the 100%. For example, consider this bar model. And since this is my total, then I can say that this is 100%. Did you get that? And if I'm going to divide this whole into 4 equal parts, then this part is what we call 1/4 of the whole or 1/4 of the total, right? And remember, 1/4 is the same as 25%. The other way of getting this 25% is by dividing 100% by 4, because we actually divided this 100% into 4 equal parts. So one part is 25% and that is 1/4. Another one, recall that 25% when converted to decimal is 0.25. 50% when converted to decimal is 0.50. There should be 2 decimal places, okay? And 5% when converted to decimal is 0.05. Why is it 0.05? 5% is the same as 0.5%. Okay? These are the things that you need to remember before proceeding to our main topic in this video. I think you are all ready now. So let's have the first problem. By the way, I only have 2 problems here because I don't want you to get overwhelmed about the topic. So let's have item number 1. Mr. Ismael paid $2.10 per liter of petrol at a petrol kiosk on Monday. On Saturday, he topped up his fuel tank with the same type of petrol but its price per liter had increased by 20%. What was the price per liter of petrol on Saturday? There are 2 days mentioned in the problem, namely Monday and Saturday. And the problem talks about the price of petrol per liter. And the price of petrol per liter on Monday is different from the price on Saturday. That's one thing that we need to remember. We need to take note. Okay? Since this topic or this problem involves percentage change, then there's one thing that we need to consider when solving this kind of problem. And this thing is what we call the original quantity. Note that $2.10 is what we call the original price or the original quantity. And that is represented by this bar model. And since this is the original price or original quantity, then this is going to be our 100%. It says here, on Saturday, he topped up his fuel tank with the same type of petrol, but its price per liter had increased by 20%. It means that the bar model for Saturday should be longer than that on Monday. Something like this. And this excess here is the increase. This one is the increase, and this is going to be 20%. The question is, what was the price per liter of petrol on Saturday? So this is the question mark. Now, this representation can actually be written in the following manner. So instead of drawing curves like this, we can use a number line. Since we're using a number line, then that number line should start with 0%, the beginning of this line. And up to this point, it's going to be 100% because this represents the original quantity. And the problem says 20% was the increase. So we're going to add 20% to 100%, and it's going to be 120%. And that 120% represents the final quantity or the price of the petrol on Saturday. Okay? These two representations are just the same. To proceed, we have to stick to what is given in the problem. It says here $2.10, and this $2.10 represents the 100%. So we have 100%, $2.10. This is what I've been telling you. After writing the first step, you always have to get 1 unit or 1% in this case. Okay, that's the basic procedure in solving a problem. To get 1%, we're just going to divide $2.10 by 100, and we get $0.021. You don't have to bother yourself to compute this manually. Just grab your calculator and input these numbers. Okay? This is 1%. Our goal is to find 120%. So we have 120% equals $0.021. This is 1%, and we multiply this one by 120, and we get $2.52. Therefore, on Saturday, the price was $2.52 per liter. This is our method number 1. Okay, for method number 2, what we're going to do is we are going to get the increase. How much do you think was the increase? In other words, we're going to get 20% of the original amount or quantity. What was the original quantity? It's $2.10. So our first step in method number 2, we are going to get 20% of $2.10. 20% when converted to decimal, it's 0.20. Of in mathematics is associated to the operation multiplication. So we have 0.20 times $2.10. Input these numbers to your calculator and you can get $0.42. This is 20%. This was the increase. So the new price or the final quantity is going to be $2.10. This was the original price plus the increase 0.42. We get $2.52. And this is the same as 120% of $2.10. Actually, this one can be considered as method number 3. Originally, you had 100%. If there's an increase of 20%, then the final quantity is going to be 120%. 120% of what? 120% of 2.10. And this operation will give you the final answer right away. Okay? So far, I've introduced to you 3 methods. The first method is we're going to get 1% or 1 unit. Yes. The second method is we find the increase first and we added that increase to the original price. That's how we did it. And for method number 3, it's more on percent or percentage. We added 20% to 100%, and the answer is 120%. Afterwards, we multiply 120% by the original price, and the result is the final answer. Okay? I hope you are still okay. Let's have item number 2. Don't worry, there are only 2 items. So this is our final item. For number 2, the price of a new car was $43,750 in April. The price of the car decreased by 5% in May. Find the price of the car in May. In this problem, there's only one amount given. It's $43,750. So you have to decide if this is original or final. And if your answer is original, congratulations, you are correct. So in April, the price of a new car was $43,750. Since this is considered as the original price, then this is going to be 100%. In May, the price decreased by 5%. This means that the bar model for the price of the car in May should be a bit shorter than that in April, something like this. And the percentage of this is 95%. How is 95% obtained? Starting from 100%, we're going to move back by 5% because there's a decrease of 5%. So from 100% decreased by 5%, we obtain 95%. This bar is 95%. Next, we have to check we have to examine what is given in the problem. And the only thing given is this amount, $43,750, and this is 100%. And we're going to get 1%, so we have to divide $43,750 by 100. And thanks to your calculator, you are able to get $437.50. That's 1%. Our goal is to find 95%. So we have 95% equals $437.50. This is the 1%, and we multiply this one by 95. And the result is $41,562.50. This was the price of the car in May. That's method number 1. And our method number 2 is, what do you think? We are going to get how much was the decrease. In other words, we are going to find 5% of $43,750. And remember that 5% when converted to decimal, it's 0.05. Multiplied by $43,750, the result is $2,187.50. And this is 5% of the original price. This was the decrease. Okay? So to get the 95%, we are going to subtract $2,187.50 from the original amount, which was $43,750. Using this model, we are just going to simply cross this out, this portion, in order to get this length. Just like that. Okay? So our answer is still $41,562.50. And method number 3, the new price is already 95% of the original. So we have to get 95% of 43,750. And that will give you the same result. Okay? Don't worry, we are going to talk more about this during our Zoom classes.